Ball game today and tremendous wind conditions down at Mill River. We got Mill River taking on Otter Valley, and you're looking at Sam Hansen. She'll be leading off for Otter Valley in the blue uniforms, taking on Amanda Lee. And whoa, ball. So you hit the bat. It's called a strike, and that's a tough way to get a strike call on him. But it was a good call. It's going to be Sam Hansen, Michaela Harrington, and Julie Ketchum. 3-2 up here for Otter Valley. Coach Patty Camden, and strike two. Otter Valley, just a marvelous softball program to watch. Over the years, it's the longevity and the excellence of the program. And again, they're looking good this year. And that's a bunt attempt with 2 strikes. And there's Milt with the call. So it's a foul ball, strike 3. And Hansen usually extremely reliable in getting on base, or at least putting pressure on the defense. Will go down on a bunt attempt with 2 strikes. I think getting hit with an inside pitch, hitting her bat accidentally, actually might have just thrown her out the rest of that at bat. Harrington at the plate now, number 10. We're scheduled for 7. There's a lot of variables. There are some awful black clouds coming overhead, and the wind gusting around 30-35 miles an hour at times. It's going to be tough on the fielders on these pop-ups. Harrington's going to be the right fielder defensively when she comes out for Otter Valley. And again, Amanda Lee in the circle. Kayla Plouffe is the catcher. At first base, Sierra Phelps. Chelsea Rodenis is at second. Casey Dambrackus is your shortstop. At third base, Brandy Bennick. Jackie Hollers in center field. The right fielder is Taryn Rodenis. And Haley Katrupi is the left fielder. That's the defense for Mill River. And that will become the first walk of the game for Lee, who's had issues with control this season. She's coming off a good performance against Burr and Burton. And now Julie Ketchum up. She's the center fielder. And Ketchum was extremely impressive during the warm-ups on her throws from center field into the catcher. And the runner is going to be down. That's a trademark right there. Aggressive base running by Otter Valley, and they'll put pressure on immediately. And you can see that Plouffe will get the ball back in the circle now to Amanda Lee. Yeah, so if all of a sudden the camera just goes to static and goes out, that's because it started to pour and I got out of here. I booked it. I don't mind getting wet. My equipment doesn't deserve it. And it's going to be a strike. So Otter Valley with a threat here in the top of the first. Again, the sunshine very deceiving, swing and a miss on a drop ball. And that'll be strike 2. And so Ketchum with the on-deck batter being Greeno, Megan Greeno batting in the cleanup spot. And that's going to be through the hole, and will they? Yep, they're going to send the runner home, looking for the game's first run, and she'll be in there. So an RBI single will score the game's first run here in the top of the first. And so Ketchum with a nice piece of hitting right there, going to the opposite field. Now Megan Greeno up. And you can see the ball got away and going into second base. I'm sorry about the camera shaking. That's actually the wind blowing it, seriously. That's how hard the wind's blowing. And that pitch will sail high for a ball, so it'll be up and outside, and Greeno will watch it go by. And Greeno with a runner down at second base, the 1 out. And that'll be another ball. So Lee doesn't want to get into that rut of where she throws a lot of balls and then gets upset with herself. And you see Plouffe come up and grab the ball, and that'll be ball 4. So back-to-back, well, actually not back-to-back walks. And that'll bring up Janelle Gallipo, the left fielder. And so Gallipo, now we'll get away from that's a couple pitches now. They've gotten away from Plouffe in the catching position. That allows the runners to move up and to second and third. That won't be a pass ball. I'd score that a wild pitch, but. And will she come home? She is going to come home, and she will score. And that'll be the game's second run. And all of a sudden, those clouds are right overhead, and not a good sign. So Otter Valley with Gallipo at the plate, 2 runs in, a runner at third, 1 down, and Lee struggling right now, and that'll be the outside corner, called a strike. Lee into the windup, and again knocked down by Plouffe. The runner will stay at third, and Lee already kind of upset with herself out there. I'll tell you, when that sun goes in, it gets cold. And that'll be strike three looking, so she came back nicely in the count. She's got 2 strikeouts, 2 walks and a single, 2 runs in. And Christy Pinkham up, the DP. So Pinkham will take a strike there. Lee's had games where she's had double digits in strikeouts. She said she usually gets double digits in walks also. And I'll tell you, this is a very good, very talented Otter Valley team. You're not going to have a lot of margin for error here, a lot of leeway for mistakes. They're going to come back and get you. That's going to be another foul. So it's officially called foul now, and that will bring the runner back, or actually we'll bring the runner back to third, and Pinkham will come back into the batter's box, and Michelle Lefebvre on deck. Otter Valley able to come up with a couple runs here in the top of the first. And that one floated and floated outside. And on a day like today with the wind, that's not the, you got a little zip on your pitches, and that wind will wreak havoc, seriously. They'll come inside, and again, searching for that consistency is Lee. And Otter Valley coming off a big win over Fairhaven. So they're having back-to-back games against MVL foes. And that pitch, obviously a ball. A lot of chatter going on in that Otter Valley dugout. And she'll strike out 3, give up 2 runs, will hit a couple walks. It'll be 2-0 Otter Valley. And so Kaylee Pinson in the circle for Otter Valley. Ashley Sanderson pitched against Fairhaven and 15 strikeouts. Today we'll see Pinson out there. And she's looking at Amanda Lee leading things off here, followed by Caleb Plouffe, Chelsea Redenis, and then Taryn Redenis if they get to the number 4 spot. I'll tell you, that wind is it's wicked. I just moved the camera right off the action. That'll be ball 2. And again, I hate videotaping looking over my shoulder, and that's just what I'm doing. It's some nasty weather down here in the valley. So Pinson trying to settle down here. Hanson coming in to say a couple words to her. Hanson is a senior leader out there along with Ketchum, and she will walk Lee to get things going here in this bottom half of the first. And now Kayla Plouffe up. And again, Mill River has shown a lot of aggressiveness when they get runners on base this season, and I don't expect that to really change. You see Bishop fake the throw down to first. I'll tell you what, in warm-ups, Tamara Bishop, the catcher for Otter Valley, had an extremely strong and accurate arm. And so Pinson trying to find that groove to get into also as far as throwing strikes here. And there's a strike right there. And that defense looks like this, where I mentioned the battery of Bishop and Pinson. First base is Michelle Lefebvre, Sam Hansen's the second, Megan Green's the shortstop, Jenna Pelkey's at third. And that's going to be over. That's going to be way over. And they're going to score at least Lee, and she'll come in to score. We'll go to third base, and Plouffe will be safe. And so Plouffe with a big hit. And I'm just good job of getting the ball in the air and getting them to ride, but I lost my pen for my scorebook because the wind blew it. There it is. Okay, I found it. This is going to be a long day, let me tell you. So an RBI triple, now Redenis up, Chelsea Redenis, and there's a couple Redenises out there, and whoops, she faked me out. Bishop faked the throw down to third. And so Pinson with that lead-off walk, then the triple to Plouffe, and now Redenis at the plate. That's outside. She was looking for the call, and it was outside. Redenis is going to play second base, or is playing second base. The one thing about videotaping in Vermont in the spring, I mean, first of all, we're not professional, so we have no kind of professional coverage, like tents or tarps or little buildings to be inside of, so it's always an adventure. Usually you either freeze and you're freezing rain and sleet, or you're in wind gusts because you're out in center field, so it's clear cut, so it's just a wide open swath of land. So you get wicked wind. There'll be a ball inside. 2-1 the score. We're in the bottom of the first. You're hearing me complain about the weather conditions in Vermont right now. So Reddennis stepping in there, heading to count, and Pinson. They'll be right off the fist and foul out of play for a strike. So Mill River looking for the second win of the year. Otter Valley looking to keep their momentum going. They've had a good start to the season. And a lot of talk about how far can this Otter Valley team go as far as playoffs come around. And there'll be a walk. So a couple walks this inning. That's going to put runners at first and third for Taryn Reddennis. And Taryn Reddennis has hit the ball extremely well this season. And again, that's a perfect situation, first and third, to try to get something going on the bases. And that's going to be an easy steal right there. You see she'll come down, Reddennis will, and be at second base. So Mill River looking to get the game tied up or even take the lead here in the bottom of the first is Pinson. Tell you, she's got some good mechanics when you watch her. And she's fluid. She's got some pop on the ball. She's just got to get comfortable right now. And again, find a release point. Like that, that's a great pitch. You can see how it goes from light to very, very dark here. The sun with the cloud cover going in and out, in and out. And that's foul ball for staying alive strike right there. So Kaylee Pinson, number 9, with her back to you in the circle. And again, I already set the defense for you, but I'm going to tell you again, Scallop will catch up in Harrington in the outfield. On the corner, third base, Pelkey, Greeno at short, Hanson at second, LaFave at first. That's going to be out of play. Yeah, she had it fouled straight up and straight back, and that'll be a strike, and she'll stay alive. And it's a good job with 2 strikes of making contact with the ball and keeping this at bat going. And you see Pinson's ponytail blowing in the wind right there. And she will come up high above the letters, and a good disciplined bat by Reddennis. So Otter Valley coming up with 2 runs in the top of the first. A big triple here in the bottom of the first by Plouffe. And it's going to be a foul ball. Pelkey gave it a good look, but it was foul. So we'll just reset everybody back to their former positions, and we'll be set for another pitch. Here's Reddennis with several foul balls now. And strike 3 looking. Great pitch. And the ball got by, and it's going to be safe. And you know what's going to happen? The run came in from third. It was a drop third strike, and Reddennis went down to first base. So Plouffe came in to score. A lot happened on that play. Chelsea Reddennis went to third, and then Taryn Reddennis went to first on the drop third strike, so it stays as just the way it was, first and third, and they're going to throw down to third. Nice stop, and now they're going to release it, come home. Reddennis coming home, and she's going to be called out. It almost looked like she got in underneath the tag, but they're going to call her out. So Reddennis will be out at home base. I'm looking around. Taryn Reddennis went down to second base. And Katrupi at the plate. So I have it as that's the first out of the inning. And yeah, I'm struggling today. The weather conditions miserable to be in. I can't imagine playing in it. If you think about it, I got the easy job of just standing behind a camera. And so Mill River tied at 2, and that's going to change right now. That's going to drop in, and yeah, they're going to send the runner home. Yeah, here comes Reddennis, and she's going to be, I'm looking for Milt's call. Well, I think he called her safe. I don't know what the call was. Isn't that something? I don't know what that play was. They seem happy for Otter Valley side, but there's no argument off the Mill River side. And Katrupi, after all that, ends up at second base, and I got to tell you, I'm completely lost. As Dambrakis up. And that's going to be up the middle, slow roller. Ketchum will pick it up. Ketchum with a great arm. She's going to bring it into the circle. So again, they get a hit off from Pinson. And I'm just trying to figure out where everybody is out there. Dambrakis at first. Brandy Bennick up. Oh my goodness, this wind's awful. This is, well, it makes for a terrible product on videotape because the camera and everything just shaking all over the place. There's not really much I could do with it except anchor down out here and try not to get blown away myself. Don't have a clue what the score is. And out in center field, there's really no way to find out. That's going to be catchable. Nope, it's going to get by, and 1 run, 2 runs will come in. As that play almost came up with a great play out there was Harrington. And Bennick ends up at first base. And now Camo up. She's the DP. And there's a strike call. And I couldn't even tell you if there's 1 or 2 outs. That's pathetic. That's a terrible production, video production. I haven't been discombobulated in a broadcast in decades. And so taking second base will be Bennick. In Camo, the chance to drive a run in. So I believe Mill River's got the lead. And boy, I tell you, that wind's just terrible on these fly balls. It's just taking the ball right away from the fielders. So all of a sudden, there's just a calm for a second. It's nice. Get the wind out of the back of my head. Jeez. And so Camus waits for the wind-up Pinson. And that's going to be strike 3. And okay, so I think I figured something out right now. I think Tara Dennis scored, counted, because that would have been the 3rd out on a strikeout. So Sierra Phelps is up, and that's a ball. Okay, that sounds all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have it for 5 runs and 5-2. And Phelps didn't turn on that. She held up on that for a ball. And so Phelps with Bennick at second, I believe 2 outs, will take a strike right there. Pinson got her first, actually her second strikeout. The first strikeout, she didn't get the out record because it was a drop 3rd strike and the runner was safe going down to first. And see how I keep playing with the iris of the camera too. So I believe there's 2 outs, and I believe it's 5-2 Mill River. And that's going to be out of play over the top of the dugout and be a ball. So Pinson looking to finish strong here in the bottom of the 1st. Kind of, you know, kind of get her footing underneath her here early on. She was shaky. Now she's kind of looking, well, that was a wild pitch. Yeah, once you build them up, that was ball 4. Runner goes down to first. The runner at second advances to third. Again, Jackie Holler is up. Yeah, there was some question about the lineup, the order, but yeah, Holler can't be up because that would be 10 batters. So yeah, she's the flex player, and now Lee at the plate. So right, you can only bat so many people. And that'll be a ball. So Amanda Lee up for the 2nd time in this inning. She walked and scored in the 1st already once. So they've gone through the order. This is the 10th batter up here for Mill River. So the Minutemen unofficially with 5 runs. All right, so that was a missed steal sign at first base. There's going to be a strike there. Now I'm surprised they haven't sent the runner from first to second yet on a steal attempt, especially the runner at third. Oh, right off the fist and straight back. Good swing on a good pitch right there. Tell you what, Mill River has made some contact, especially that triple by Plouffe. I'm not really sure if I got it on tape that much because that was right during the peak of the windstorm. That's going to be out of play. And I spoke too soon. The wind picking back up now after about a 3.5 minute lull. So Kaylee Pinson trying to find that third out and get the dugout and kind of regroup, settle down, and get set for the next inning. And boy, good pitch there. She'll retire the side, and I believe it's 5-2 Mill River. Got confirmation that it's 5-2 Mill River. And that play at the plate that I did not know what was going on, that run counted. So we are now in the second inning. Michelle Lefebvre is up to be followed by Tamara Bishop and Jenna Pelkey. Lee on the mound, or actually not, there's no mound, she's in the circle. And she had 3 strikeouts in that first inning, a couple walks, a couple hits, and very surprised by the bottom half of the first. The way Mill River responded to the top half of that first. So again, these schools very familiar with each other. They've had some classic battles over the years, especially in the playoffs. And I expect this one, if the weather permits it to be played, should be a dandy before it's over. And there's that outside corner. Milt Sanderson behind the plate. Very well known for giving you that outside corner, and he'll ring it up there for a strike. So Lefebvre, good job. Good job staying alive with those 2 strikes. Went out there and fouled the ball off. And good athlete anyways, Lefebvre is. Very good basketball player. Lee looks, Lee fires, and Lee will have a walk. So in the second inning, the leadoff batter, Lefebvre, will walk. Now bring up the catcher, Bishop. First time up for Bishop, and again, we'll see, I would assume we'll see the running game for Otter Valley get into gear here. And Bishop, right-handed batter. And a good job by Plouffe reaching out, grabbing the ball, and staring the runner back down to first base. Defense remains the same with Sierra Phelps at first, Chelsea Redenis at second, shortstops Casey Dambrakis, Brandy Bennick is at third. That's a strike on that pitch. Kachupi's in left field, Hollers in center, Taryn Redenis in right, Kayla Plouffe behind the plate, Amanda Lee in the circle, and that is an up-to-date report, and that's a good pitch. Came up and inside and tied up Lefebvre and, I'm sorry, Bishop. Lefebvre's at first. So Otter Valley trying to respond to those 5 runs in the first inning, and that's going to be out of play. And everybody will just regroup, get back into position while Bishop step back in the batter's box, Lee go back in a circle. Plouffe back behind the plate. Outfield playing pretty much straight away at the midway point. And Bennick even with the bag down at third base. And boy, she got her, chased the high one out of the strike zone, went up the ladder and got her 4th strikeout of the ball game as Bishop will go down on a K, and Jenna Pelkey should be up now. If I'm anywhere near, writing a book, which is right now is a big crapshoot, tell you the truth. That's a bunt attempt foul, and that is number 4, and that is Pelkey, and that is the bottom of the order. And top of the order, Hanson should be on deck. I'm usually not this disorganized, to tell you the truth. The strong winds and then the quick darkness of the clouds, because I'm worried about rain on my equipment, that really did throw me for a loop, but I think I'm okay for a couple minutes here. It looks like it's going to be clear for a little while. Boy, good pitch right there. You can hear the glove pop for a 5th strikeout for Lee. In the second, and now Sam Hanson up. Hanson struck out to lead the game off, and she's up there with a runner down at first. She handles the bat real well. So if they want to hit and run or bunt and run or whatever they want to do with her, she is the batter to have up there right now. And it'll be low and we'll get the call, and it's a nice stop by Plouffe, and it goes to 2 balls, no strikes. And Bennick now take about 5 steps in off the corner. She's in tight, and boy, she's got some nice cut action dropping down into those right-handers acting on that pitch today. She's turning her wrist over nicely. So I have it as 2 balls, 1 strikes, 5-2 Mill River. We're in the top of the second, and Hansen looking slap play, and that was not a foul ball, was it? It had to be or she'd be out. 2-2 the count. And again, LaFave down at first base. She led this inning off with a walk. And she will get her on a strikeout. So 6 strikeouts for Lee in only in a second. Well, you knew it was too good. The rain's starting to come down now. We'll see how long we'll go in the rain. There's going to be the game might go on. I might not go on. As we are at Kayla Plouffe. She had a triple her first time up. Plouffe did. Kingston. Well, I tell you what, that is hit a mile. And I couldn't move the camera because I locked down. Nice catch by Ketchum. My camera got locked down. I got a plastic bag over it. Of course, I can't see any of the controls now with it. But great job by Ketchum on a deep fly ball. Plouffe hitting the ball extremely well today. Well, it wasn't smooth, but I got the camera there so you can see the catch. Now Chelsea for Dennis up. Ketchum just a great athlete anyways. Okay, well, that's an illegal pitch, ball 1. As Redenis walked her first time up. She will swing at that and miss. That'll be a strike. Mill River with 5 first inning runs. They have a 5-2 lead. Well, I just realized I didn't have the microphone on. I don't know how much you could hear, but there was a big hit by Plouffe to center field that Ketchum caught. I couldn't get the camera free because I had a bag over the camera because it's raining out now. So there is 1 out, no, but on Chelsea Redenis at the plate. She walked her first time up. There'll be a ball outside. And so Pinson trying to have a smoother ride here in the second inning. She gave up the 5 runs in the first. And I think that's playable. That's going to fall harmlessly in the foul territory, and we'll send Redenis back to the plate. And that was number 10 out there, Michaela Harrington, giving it a really good run, good effort out there, but just came up a little bit shy of being able to make the catch. And so Pinson getting the start today for Otter Valley. Right-hander seems to have some good pop on the ball. That's down to third and past third and short for a base hit. And so Redenis will be at first base with the 1 out. So Chelsea Redenis at first. Taryn Redenis is coming up now to hit. And that was by Greeno at short, Pelkey at third. And the ball had like eyeballs in it, be able to get through. Oh, those blue jerseys. That will be a ball. And Bishop behind the plate, don't forget, has a very strong and accurate arm down to second base. And this is typical Vermont softball weather. This is spring weather in Vermont. Not very pretty. That'll be a foul ball over into the crowd down the third base side. I'll tell you, when that sun goes in, the temperature drops considerably with it also, and pretty much all around a miserable day to be videotaping. I don't know if my complaining has gotten that point across, but if it hasn't there, I said it out loud. And that's a swinging strike to Taryn Redenis. The Haley Kachupi on deck. And the wind up to pitch, and just a tad bit high for a ball. A good eye by Taryn Redenis there, as Mill River's lineup today has been very good about making Pinson throw strikes. And that's at a mile. Boy, and Ketchum battling the wind. Called off, and boy, at the last second, there was some confusion, and you could clearly hear the call coming from Gallipo. And so that will put Mill River with runners at first and second on what should have been an out right there. And it will set up the plate now. Katrupi, she had a double unofficially and scored a run back in the first. And so Mill River again with something happening here in the second. They're up by 5-2 the score, and that's going to be out of LaFave's reach. It'll be out of play. So they'll get a new ball and get it into the pitcher, and they'll actually hand deliver it. Put it right in her glove for her. And it's a little strange feeling today, and it kind of, I don't know if it's weather related or what, but not your typical Otter Valley defensive effort so far today or at the plate. Tell you what, it's working out for Lee. She's got 6 strikeouts in 2 innings and throwing the ball extremely well. And again, another big shot. And boy, the wind caught that. Ketchum came in and will throw it at second. That's a great job. Ketchum tracks the ball so well. Just marvelous to watch her play in the outfield. So it's 2 down, runners at first and second. They weren't able to move up on that play. Now Casey Dambrakis up. She had a single for first time up. So everybody getting the bats going for Mill River right now. And that's going to do some damage. That's going to roll and be cut off in the gap by Harrington. She'll get the ball into second, and there is the run scoring from behind. You can see the Chelsea Redena scoring on that play. Going to third is Taryn Redenis at first base with an RBI. Is Dambrakis. Now Brandy Bennick up. She had a single and an RBI. So it goes 6-2, Mill River. And Pinson will be high with that for a ball. Pinson taking her time, getting her composure between the pitches here. And she does. She's done a nice job of controlling herself in these situations. There's a strike. You can see her walk around in a circle, kind of settle things down, get focused on the next pitch, step up to the rubber, wait for the catcher to get in the spot. She wants the outside corner, and that's right where the pitch was, and that's going to be Harrington, and she'll make the grab, and that's the inning. Yes, the Mill River squad will pick up a run. It'll be 6-2 Mill River with the lead at the end of 2 innings of play. All right, so we start out the top of the third. We're going to have Michaela Harrington, Julie Ketchum, Megan Greeno do up, and Janelle Gallipo will be batting in that 4th spot. If they get that far, that'll be a ball. Amanda Lee had 3 strikeouts in the first inning, had 3 strikeouts in the second. Couple walks, couple hits, gave up 2 runs in the first. And it'll be down 2 balls, no strikes. To the leadoff batter here in the third. She retired the leadoff batter in the first and then allowed the leadoff batter to get on in the second. I want to double check myself. Yeah, she walked her. And there's a strike called. And there is a question. I have it as Harrington also. And I don't know if they're looking at a... Yeah, they are correct. It is Harrington, and it's Harrington at the plate. And it's Harrington that should be up. There is no batting out order. Oh, I know those Stoughton bookkeepers mean well. But I bet what they did is they went to Pinson, who's the flex player. She's not batting, she's the pitcher. And they just never realized that, went right along and filled the book out like she'd batted, which they would be a batter off. Because I almost did the same thing. That's why I'm thinking that's what they did. Oh, that's a shot. Redenis backpedaling. Redenis fighting the wind. What a good grab. I'll tell you, we've seen some nice outfield play today from both sides. Ketchum with a bunch of good catches, and then Taryn Redenis right there with that. That's going to be a long fly ball out. Is Julie Ketchum up now, the center fielder. She scored a run. back in the first as Lee, 2 out of the 3 innings, was able to retire. Leadoff batter now. Can they get a 9-3? Nope. And backed up by the catcher nicely. Plouffe right there to back up the play. Sometimes you see those 9-3 putouts on plays just like that, but that didn't happen there, and they almost turned the ball over. It didn't go into a dead ball situation where they would have awarded the next base to the runner. Now Greeno up. She walked her first time up, and Ketchum, decent runner down at first. Swing and a miss for a strike. I tell you, Lee has had some good pop on that ball today. She has moved it around. There's been some movement on that fastball. That's going to be stopped from going through the 5-hole by Plouffe. And again, the fielder, you know, it was a nice play by Redenis, and what compounded it to make it even a better play. Oh, Lee with the stab. Will she double her up? Nope. The ball got away, and the runner is going to stay put. Ketchum's going to stay put. Hey, everybody, okay. They're all going to settle down. You see Milt went hustling down the line to make the call, and Lee with the good grab for the second out. Great reactions. Great reflex right there by Lee. That's a big grab on Greeno's hit. Gallipo up now. So we're looking to get out of this third inning. Now let the runner hurt them. And that's through the legs, and that'll allow the runner Ketchum to take the turn, and she will stay at second base. So that one slid through the 5-hole that time, and that allows Ketchum to go down to second base with 2 down, looking for a 2-out rally in the third. 6-2 Mill River. Foul ball. As Gallipo will head back, Pinkham on deck. Yeah, Gallipo had struck out in the first. Pinkham had struck out in the first. As remember, Lee finished that first inning real strong. And that one's going to get back to all the way to the backstop, and I'll catch him to go to third base. Again, I apologize for the commentary and for the camera work. It's very difficult though when you've got a big green garbage bag over the camera, protected from the weather, and the wind's howling 25-30 miles an hour. It's tough to control the camera. First of all, you can't see the controls either, but I do apologize for that. I think momentarily I got it all back together again. So Gallipo. Oh, that's a shot. And that's going to get by Kachupi, and oh, that's going to do some damage. At least one run. That's going to roll to the fence, and taking third is Gallipo standing up. So Kachupi tried to make the catch off the top of her cleats, and the ball got by her, and that allowed Gallipo to go to third, catch him to score. Now Pinkham up with 2 down, 1 run in, 6-3 now, as they are able to again turn that base runner, that single, into a score right there. Lee has at least 1 strikeout in the first 2 innings. She actually had 3 in each inning, and she's looking for the third out here. She struck Pinkham out once already. And that pitch will be high and outside and be a ball. And so Amanda Lee into the windup, and boy, she's feeling it right there. It's a beautiful pitch. Well framed too by Plouffe. She received it well and framed it well. I believe I heard the umpire say 3 balls, 1 strike. And bring it back. If it was 3-1, it's got to be a full count as she tickled that outside corner again, and she'll get the call again. Bennett back even with the bag. For Mill River at third base, and out of play. That's going to go out of play. They'll look at it, they'll chase it, but it'll be out of play. Plouffe will ask for a new ball, get a new ball, and send it out to her pitcher, Lee, Amanda Lee. As Pinkham awaits the next pitch. And that will be the 7th strikeout. That'll end the inning, but they do pick up a run, and it's going to be 6-3 Mill River over Otter Valley. Well, head coach Patty Candon making a pitching change here in the bottom of the third, bringing in her ace, Ashley Sanderson. Sanderson coming off a 15 strikeout performance against Fairhaven. And coming to work now, punched in a little bit late this morning, and she's going to be here in the third inning You should be looking at Casey Camo, Sierra Phelps, top of the order, Amanda Lee. 6-3, Otter Valley down by 3, and hoping that Sanderson can stop the runs from coming in here. And you know, it's such a short softball season in Vermont high school as it is, and this is an MVL matchup. This is a league contest. I mean, they're all important games. And the point of my story is, as I ramble, is with the weather conditions really, really iffy, this game might become shortened because of the weather. So you don't want to keep letting runs come in and you can't catch up, and then the game gets called early and it counts. I'm only speculating. I don't know if that's why Coach Cannon did the switch, or if Pinson had scheduled to do just 2 innings, or if Pinson was tired. I have no idea really. I'm just speculating. And that'll start off. That's typical Ashley Sanderson style right there. Comes with the strikeout, and Camus will go down. Now Phelps up. Camus had struck out twice now. Camus struck out in the first, just struck out now, and now Phelps up. She walked her first time up. She'll get that off the fist and foul, and almost take the scorekeeper out over there for Otter Valley. Sierra Phelps defensively at first base for Mill River, and has done a good job in the field this year for the Minutemen. And that rise ball, boy, that had some tremendous rise to it, and a lot of pop, a lot of speed on that pitch. And that'll be an 0-2 count, and struck her out looking. And again, great movement on the ball. I mean, you can see what I can see. That's just tremendous movement on the pitch. 2 down on strikeouts. Now Amanda Lee up. Amanda Lee has walked and struck out. And we've got a good one going, 6-3. Now if we only get the weather to straighten out. I never thought I'd become so obsessed with the weather at 50 years old, but I have. The bunt, the throw to first, the inning. Very quick work, and just what Coach Cannon was looking for. Scoreless inning right there. Lee's got to be very happy with her ratio today. She's got 7 strikeouts, just 3 walks, and she's looking at Michelle Lefebvre, who walked back in the second. We're in the 4th, scheduled for 7. 6-3 the score. Otter Valley trailing Mill River. That's a ball. Weather's been a major factor in bringing you the broadcast. It really doesn't seem to affect the players, but it's wrecked the old man in center field. Oh, right there, see the camera move? That's the wind blowing the camera, man. I got a big garbage bag over it. low budget production. Oh, I couldn't imagine having one of those pop-up tent things right now. I'd be blowing out to second base. Oh, good pitch. Call a strike. It's going to be interesting now. Sanderson's in there. If Mill River can generate a little more offense. Great pitch again right there for a strike. And if Otter Valley can play catch up now. This is a big rivalry game. Let me tell you, this is good stuff. To Lee, to first, got the out. And Phelps searched for the bag and found it at the last second. And that's always scary when you see the first baseman dancing with that foot looking for the bag. Lee fields her position very well. Now Bishop, the catcher, up. Tamara. And she struck out her first time up. That was back in the second. And no, that was low and inside. Oh, got a lot more spring action for you. And I'll do a better job, honestly. You don't know how much I fret and worry about my camera equipment, because it is my equipment. And it went on, it wasn't paid for in cash. That's why I can't have it get ruined. Plus I wouldn't be able to bring you the games. I wouldn't have anything to go do the games with, but they're very sensitive to snow and rain getting on them. And yeah, it's just a big investment, you know, so you can't replace it basically, because I'm poor. But I do worry about the weather, especially when I'm standing out here and the wind's literally almost taking me off my feet. It's so strong. There's the 4th walk of the ball game. That'll happen with 1 out. That'll put Bishop down at first. Now Pelkey up. Pelkey struck out back in the second. And Coach Camden is going to have a chat. I'm not sure with who. Or is she going to, oh, it got pinch runner in there. Okay, courtesy runner. I got to get with the ball game. Yes, so we're going to have a courtesy runner in for the catcher. That would make sense. Now the catcher can get her gear on, get all set, and be ready to go out. Okay. That's why she's a great coach, and I'm just a commentator. She knows what's going on. She made the right move. Oh, she's a lot of fun to talk to. Patty's got a good sense of humor, very smart young lady. When I used to be able to cover field hockey at Rutland, she was usually always one of the refs up there, and she was very good to try and teach me the rights and wrongs of field hockey. She's been very, very successful at Otter Valley. Foul off the mask of Plouffe and back, and actually it might have got Milt. He kind of walked around shaking himself there. Oh yeah, that hurts me, and behind home base, get stung up, cold day like this. Jenna Pelkey up. Yeah. And so Pelkey, the third baseman. Oh, that rise ball's had great movement on it. And she's had some velocity today on it. Like I said, 7 strikeouts, 4 walks. And the lead at 6-3. Otter Valley chasing right now, trying to catch up. They're coming off that big win over Fairhaven. A 15 strikeout performance by Sanderson, who's in pitching now in relief of Pinson. And that's fouled off the end of the bat. I mean, literally off the end of the bat and back. And again, Lee up in the count. A couple strikes now. Bennett even with the bag at third. I'll do the defense for you again in a second. Good stop by Plouffe, keeps the runner at first. There, I can see that's Amanda Sanderson, the courtesy runners at first base. I couldn't see her jersey number before. Now, like yesterday, I did the Pulteney West Rutland softball game. Oh, what a great game. But it was cloudy, and I did get rain in the 6th inning. But it was cloudy, but hardly any wind or snow or sleet or nothing. And I did a good job, for me, calling the game. That's off the fist and caught and double play. Got her, double play. That's the inning. They'll turn to double play, a little base running mistake, and they'll stay 6-3 Mill River. See Caleb Plouffe had to play against Ashley Sanderson in the circle, and Plouffe has hit the ball very hard today. She had a triple. That's a ball inside. She's had a triple, and then she also just missed. Probably another extra base hit to deep center field. The ball was chased down by Ketchum. So Plouffe 1 for 2 today. But tremendous contact. Sanderson came on in relief of Pinson last inning and did a great job. She had 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Ashley Sanderson usually has tremendous control also. Foul ball. Yeah, you won't see her walk a lot of people. We're in the 4th, struggling to get to the 7th. Or I am. The players are doing good. Yeah, another rainstorm now. The rain coming back. I got an earache from the wind blowing so hard. Well, she made contact. That's going to be a tough play. Picked up, throw to first, and they got her. Nice job over there by number 12, Megan Greeno. Megan Greeno showing you, A, she charged the ball, which was outstanding, and B, she threw that on a laser beam. Because Plouffe, no slouch at running. Now, Chelsea Redenis up. Chelsea scored a run today. She got thrown out at the plate also. That's off the end of the bat, hard into the dugout, scaring a couple of those Otter Valley players standing there. Well, it does wake you up, let me tell you. Foul ball coming at you. Little piece of chicken wire saved you. And so Redenis taking her time, getting in the box, set now. Sanderson's one of those pitchers that she dominates. She dominates a game. But she wants to catch the ball and fire, catch the ball and fire. To third, and Pelkey threw it away. Yeah, that's going to be an error, and that's going to stop Redenis down at second. I got to show you the third baseman. She's got her jacket on, see? You know why? It's freaking cold. That's why she's got her jacket on. I'm sure her hand is very cold, and that's probably why she threw the ball so erratic. But this is where Mill River now, with Tara and Redenis up. Got to take advantage of mistakes like that. You don't get a lot of base runners against Sanderson. Oh, that's playable. Harrington got the grab, and Redenis going to take off to third. She'll be in there. Now, the importance of that, she didn't have to be spoken about, but I talk a lot. There's 2 outs, but now, say if there's a pass ball or a wild pitch or an error, she can score. So Haley Katrupiak, she has doubled and flied out to center field. She's hit the ball well today. She's hit the ball well all season, but today she's put some power behind it. So Sanderson trying to take care of that error with that run over at third right now, trying to take care of it herself, get the strikeout in the inning, leave it at 6-3. But I tell you what, that was a good job. That was a rise ball, and she got on top of it. She fouled it off, Kachupi did, but she showed me she could get the bat around and turn her wrist over still. On a good game on a crappy day. That's the motto today. Yeah, and she went. I think it would have been a strike anyways. I think that's the inning. Only strike 2. Okay, everybody's kind of, some of the people were leaving for Otter Valley, and they fooled me. I thought it was strike 3 also, and everybody kind of hung out. And it's Hansen that started to leave. Hansen's usually right on top of stuff out here. She must be cold. And now that is strike 3. That is the inning. They will strand a runner at third. It will stay 6-3 as we go into the 5th inning. Mill River with the lead. Top of the order, due up for Otter Valley. Hansen up there. We're in the 5th inning, starting to run down now. It's going to get tight here at the end, and I hope, I don't mean this like I'm favoring either side. I just hope Lee throws strikes. I am froze. I don't want this to drag on. Hansen can't catch up to that. I tell you what, Lee today has had the best velocity and movement on her pitch than she's had all season. And that will be foul. Stays with 2 strikes now. Yeah, she's had moments in games where she's looked real sharp and dominant. But today she has been much more consistent. But also, like I said, she's had the most pop on the ball and the most movement on the ball. I know she's been awful frustrated with herself, but went to the changeup. That's the Dambrackas. She'll make the scoop. Throws to first. Got it. Nice play by Casey Dambrackas at shortstop as they'll retire the very dangerous Sam Hansen. To get things underway here, 6-3 ground out. Now Michaela Harrington up. She is walked and flied out to Rodenis in right field. Well, that's a right off from Plouffe. Is one of the toughest people you'll ever meet, the catcher from Mill River. She probably didn't even blink on that. Got her off the face mask, and she went right after the ball, and I can hear the umpire ask her if she's all right. And what they say in Rocky, the movie Rocky, eats thunder, craps lightning or something, that's Plouffe out there, so she's tough. We're in the 5th. Old rivals getting together. Big swing and a miss. That's that outside part of the plate that Lee likes, and she got the corner that time, and Harrington couldn't catch up to it. Swinging strike. I like it. She tried to slide it back inside a little bit tight, came in low. Might have caught the plate, but it was low. Oh, these 2 teams. Oh, I don't know how that wasn't a strike. I gotta be honest with you. And Milt's going to see what there's a question on the placement of the ball. And there's the warning to Coach McDonald. Well, there's been some discussion all season about not getting the inside corner called, and that's frustrated the pitcher. And I got to tell you, I mean, it's an expanded outside corner, the strike zone. Sometimes those outside corners, I don't think they're strikes from where I am, and the batters don't. But the pitcher can't get the inside call at all, and they look like strikes. So. And it's just interpretation. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I'm just right there. There was a discussion on that placement. That's going to be Lee. She'll field it. She'll throw. She got her. Now, do I know for sure that's what Gary said, Coach McDonald? I don't know, but just the way Milt was showing the height, the knee, and the location, and knowing the background there of how they haven't liked or haven't agreed with all the calls this season of the strike zone, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Julie Ketchum up. There's a strike. Julie Ketchum's had a good day. She's had 2 singles and scored twice. But she's a good athlete. She always has good days. And that'll be low for a ball. It rolled across the plate. And on deck is Megan Greeno. So in the 5th, I realize right where they want to be in the order. Oh, and there's that cut action, that down and in action to the right-handed pitchers on that fastball. She'll turn her wrist over on that, and she's getting some good action out of the ball today. No, 2-2 the count. She couldn't get that one. And right here is where you make your big money as the pitcher. You got a 1-2-3 inning going right now. You got 2 outs, nobody on. Don't dilly-dally. End it right here. Oh yeah. That time she would have gave anything for the outside corner, and she didn't get it. So we're going to go to a full count. Then 2 close pitches, and now see Lee upset with that, looking around, wanting to know where that one was. So that puts a runner at first with 2 down with good speed, and now Greeno up. Greeno is walked and lined out hard to the pitcher, who stabbed the line drive. There's a strike called. There's Lee. Good stop by Plouffe. Keeps the runner at first. Catch him. Doesn't want to get into a play here and take her team out of the inning with a base running mistake. So she stayed at first as Plouffe made the good stop on that pitch. That's going to be out of play, foul. She got a big rip at the ball, but it was foul. So Greeno, the 2 strikes on her. And Amanda Lee wants that to be caught. No, it's going to be out of play. It would have been out of play. If they were caught, I wouldn't have counted. The ball was out of play. So everybody gave it a good effort. But in the end, it's just a foul ball strike. Plouffe wants that outside corner again, and she went outside the corner, that's for sure, but too far outside. This is growing pains for a pitcher. You gotta be able to get that 3rd out without a lot of work. There's Bennett, charges, fires, and got her. They'll end the inning and stay 6-3. Mill River with the lead going in the bottom of the 5th. I believe that's Dan Brackus up there. For Mill River, it is. It's Casey Dan Brackus. She's got 2 singles, scored a run. Bennett on deck, and then Camus. And I found in the trunk of my car, buried away, an old hooded sweat jacket. The Hanson to first, and you can see there's out. See Sam put a jacket on too, and she's not a wimp like me, so it must be cold. And she's got something on too. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Now Bennett up. She's had a single and flied out to right field. She's been swinging the bat a lot better last couple games. And so now I've got 3 jackets on. You know what the problem is? I'm just getting old and don't want to admit it. So Bennett waits. Sanderson in the circle. She came on in the 3rd inning to relieve a Pinson. She went change up there. And I'll tell you what, that's quite a job of watching that pitch all the way in by Bennett. Camus on deck. Mill River with 5 runs in the 1st against Pinson. Picked up 1 run in the 2nd. And they've been shut out in the 3rd and 4th by Sanderson. And that's a strike. I was waiting for that one to be called because that looked good. That was a strike. Now Bishop held it too. The catcher kind of just held it there, and then got the call. So Sanderson with a full count, I believe. No, it wasn't a full count because she would have walked on that. That was a ball. And so, yeah, it's 6-3. We're in the bottom of the 5th. It's a tight game. It's got a playoff feel to it with the crowd here. Everybody tense and into it. Okay, I just heard him say 2-2. So they went 2-2 on the count. Okay, they were checking the count. And that will be foul ball. Bennett able to stay alive with 2 strikes. Good job by Bennett right there. Well, I know this weekend, the games I have to cover, the temperature's supposed to be in the high 70s, if not the 80s. So I won't be complaining about the temperature and the wind and the coldness. That's down to first, unassisted. LaFave will get it at first base. You'll beat Bennett to the bag, and Bennett will be out. Well, I'll probably complain about being too hot or something or get sunburned. I'm one of those people, and if you know me, you know this is the God's honest truth, and I can admit it now. I just have to complain about something. It doesn't matter how perfect the conditions, I'll complain about something. Boy, to see the catcher hold the ball, and not get the strike call. And neither team happy with the strike zone now. 2 down, nobody on, 6-3, and that's a strike as Camus. I don't think she went. I think it was just going to be a strike anyways. But regardless, it's a 1-1 count now. It's the third baseman also for Otter Valley. Pelkey with her jacket on. Hanson with her jacket on. On a raw, cold day. Feels like softball in November in Vermont right now. And Camus. That's a chopper, foul down the third baseline, so she'll stay alive. Again, a nice defensive 2-strike swing. Sanderson, she came in there like a big tornado hurricane storm, just blew them right off the map the first inning of work, and now they're being able to kind of get contact on her and time her and make the fielders work. And I get a lot of foul balls like this at bat right here. Well, it's their second time seeing her now through the lineup. And Phelps is the on-deck batter for Mill River. They want to go inside now, and they'll fade outside. See what happened right there? Bishop showed inside, then slid to the outside and got her. Great pitch, tied her up, struck her out. We'll go to the 6-3, Mill River over Otter Valley. Janelle Gallipo in the 6 for Otter Valley, down to their final 6 outs. Looking to get some late inning rallies going here. Lee with 7 strikeouts, but the last one coming back in the 3rd inning. Her defense has been pretty solid behind her today. And that's going to be dropping in. It went between the 2 Redenis girls and dropped in for a base hit, so they'll have the leadoff batter on here in the 6th. And Gallipo with pretty good speed too, so they can do a lot of things with her down at first base. Pinkham at the plate. Oh, looks like we got a pinch hitter. 14. You know how happy it makes me when they turn so I can see their jersey number. Jordan Stage will bat for Pinkham. So Stage coming up in the 6th for the first time today with a runner at first and nobody down. Oh yeah, it was a rugged first 3 innings if you missed it. Gusting winds in that 30 to 40, 35, 40. Sometimes they felt like 100-mile-an-hour winds. You know, the other thing too, you gotta remember, I stand out in center field, it's just clear cut. There's nothing around me for barriers. There I go complaining again. You know, though I have improved in my older age, I realize I'm doing it now. Swing and a miss, and again she turned that pitch over. This time went up and away, and that'll be a strike to Jordan Stage. Down to first base, hits the bag, and foul ball, clearly called foul ball. It banged off the bag. Phelps was searching for the ball, and she got up, flexing that left leg a little bit. Let's see if she's okay. So Stage stung it, but stayed foul, just inches foul. Strike 3, drop 3rd strike, and runner's going to be safe. Okay. So Gallipo's at second. The strike, I was just making sure, yeah, that is a strikeout. So Stage struck out. That's the 8th batter struck out by Lee, and now LaFave up. Foul. So there is 1 out. Big run sitting down at second base. We're in the 6th. We're up by 3, 6-3. 5 of those 6 runs coming in the first inning against Pinson, the pitcher. And it'll be a ball. Lee having her strikeout to walk ratio much better today. Well, that's a shot, and then Brackus can't get to it. They're going to send the runner. Yeah, they're going to send Gallup home, and that's going to be a run. An RBI single for Lefebvre. And they're chipping away. It's 6-4 now with one out and a runner at first base. Now they'll bring up Bishop, the catcher. And that's going to be high, and Plouffe with a nice job of going up and getting it. You know, it also has felt kind of like they're not afraid, Mill River, but they're trying so hard not to lose the lead that they're not really playing wide open like they did the first couple innings. Bishop, then Pelkey, then top of the order. 6-4 in the sixth. And nice stop by Plouffe again. 8 strikeouts for Amanda Lee today. And that's going to be a hard hit down to Bennick. She's going to go to second. They'll get the force out. Yeah, nice hustle by Lefebvre, but just enough on the throw to just get her out. So a force out will be the second out. That goes 5-4. Fielder's choice for Bishop. And now Pelkey up. Pelkey hit into a double play the last time up. 6-4, and sitting down at first base is Bishop. Now they didn't go for a courtesy runner this time. I don't know if they can't. It's going to be a ball. See how Plouffe tried to pull that down into the strike zone, but it'll be a ball. Tell you what, Lee doing a lot of chatting to herself. She motivates herself quite a bit out there. Oh, good pitch, strike. Tell you, this has had a playoff feel from the warm-ups on. And it'll be a ball. Good stop by Plouffe yet again. Bennick about 5 steps in from the bag at third. And Phelps about the same deal. 2 outs, looking for that third out. Top of the order on deck. And it's going to be stopped by Plouffe, and the runner does not advance. You know, the worst case scenario is they get the out here. It means you got top of the order coming up in the 7th if you're out of rally. Not a bad deal. Bennick, foul ball. She'll scoop it up in foul territory. It'll be a foul ball, and that'll send the runner back to first, and they'll bring the batter, Pelkey, back into the box. And so Lee throwing a lot of work here. That'll be foul down the first baseline. This is a good battle. Pelkey doing a nice job following off some excellent pitches. As they retrieve that foul ball, make their way back into play. She took something off it, and Redenis will make the catch in deep right field. We're going to go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-4 now, Mill River. Ashley Sanderson's job's very simple here in the bottom of the 6th. No runs. Gonna need a defensive stop here. And she has. She came in the 3rd inning, and she's held Mill River scoreless in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. She has 4 strikeouts, and she's looking at Sierra Phelps right now, and that's going to be a strike. Yeah, Otter Valley's come all the way back from a 5-2 deficit to make it 6-4. Yeah, and they have just one more inning of regulation play to get the job done, and that'll be a strike called. So it's going to be Phelps, and then Lee and Plouffe due up for Mill River. And Sanderson. Yeah, got her on a pitch that was so far out of the strike zone, but what it was a changeup, and Phelps was so geared up for a fast, hard pitch that she just had already decided she was going to be swinging early. And you saw the results. That's her 5th strikeout since coming on in relief of Pinson, and now Lee up. Lee, top of the order, but there is one out, nobody on. It's a good stop by Bishop. Lee has walked, struck out, and grounded out. And she scored a run today when she walked. She came to bat twice in that first inning. That was a 10 batters came to the plate in the first inning. Tried to bunt, missed the ball, strike. And like I said, Plouffe on deck has hit the ball extremely hard today for the Minutemen. I haven't done a lot of plugging of PEGTV and this and that, just because I've had so much to concentrate on with the wind and the conditions, and I'm using a different microphone setup today too, because I was having some humming noise or background noise on my other headset. And so I got a clip-on mic now, and that's gotta remember to clip it on when I'm walking around between innings. That's off the fish, gonna be picked up by Lefebvre. She'll hustle to the bag and get it. 2 outs now in the 6th inning. And like I said, Plouffe had that booming triple. I don't know if I actually got it on tape or not, because that was during the height of the windstorm. And she'll get it down to short. Greeno up, Greeno to first, and well, 3 outs away from the win is Mill River, but Otter Valley going to try to do something about that in the top of the 7th. So Otter Valley, not where they really want to be in the score, down 6-4, but where they'd want to be in the order if they were down in the last at bats. Hansen up top of the order. 0 for 3 today, not a typical Sam Hansen day, but she can make a, I'll go away right now by getting on base. She struck out twice and grounded out to the shortstop, Dan Brackus. Harrington and then Ketchum, and if they get to a 4th spot, it'll be Greeno. Lee with 8 strikeouts in the contest. Kind of rushing right now. I bet she's got a lot of adrenaline pumping through her. Big rivalry game, big matchup today. And she's trying to close the deal out here and get the win. But she is on the verge of walking the leadoff batter Hansen on. And sometimes I notice that with Amanda Lee, is she is so cranked up that she goes too fast between pitches. And that's a walk, and there's Hansen going down to first base. So Otter Valley trying to get some, like I said before, some late inning magic going here. Hansen, great candidate. Now she's on base to send her on a straight steal, to bunt and run, something. Harrington up now. Shows small ball, and the runner stays at first. Yeah, this is what Pulteney did yesterday in a tight ball game in West Rutland. Pulteney got up in the 7th, and every single batter small balled. Everybody bunted. And it was one of the biggest difference besides Moyer's pitching in the game. I mean, it got everybody. It's 2 strikes now. Oh, I know that's a strike. I missed the first call. I can't remember it. But the infield just didn't know how to react to everybody bunting and all the running that took place, you know, when everybody's scattering around the bases. Plouffe, another good job reaching out and grabbing that ball. Well, this is where Mill River could grow up a lot today as a team. If they can put the game away and get it won right here. I mean, you got to learn how to win. And right now they feel tense out there. Well, great pitch. Great pitch. That's strikeout number 9 for Lee, and that's 1 down here. In the 7th inning, I don't know how, I mean, I knew the players would make it 7. I don't know how I did. You didn't tell you, I know I sounded foolish, but if you were here in the first 3 or 4 innings when the wind was just unbelievable, let's catch him up, and she's had an excellent day today. She's been on base all 3 times, 2 singles and a walk, and she has scored 2 runs. And that's a foul tip caught by Plouffe for a strike. And yeah, Hansen's still at first. They haven't shown that they're going to send her on a steal yet. 6-4 in the 7th. Mill River trying to get a big win right here. That's a ball up high. The Minutemen out there defending their home field against the Otters. And that will be strike 2 now. So 9 strikeouts to this point in the contest. Catch him down 2 strikes in the count. Well, not down 2 strikes. She has 2 strikes on her. I don't know if it's a 2-2 count. And that's going to be caught by Phelps for the 2nd out. Nice job by Phelps. I believe she ended up in foul territory. And 2 outs now for Greeno. Greeno has walked, lined out hard to the pitcher, and then grounded out to Bennick at 3rd. So Mill River 1 out away, tying run at the plate. There is the inside corner, called a strike. And it was definitely a strike. Whoa, close one, ball one. Hanson on first base, walked to start this inning off. And there's a strike there, so 2 strikes now on Greeno, and she's got to protect the plate. I tell you, the crowd that is here, everybody jacked up right now. Foul ball, and she did a good job of protecting the plate with 2 strikes. So again, set the stage, 2 down, tying run at the home plate. 2 strikes, so pitch coming, and that's going to be put into play to Dambrakis for the ball game. Got her, and Mill River will get the big win over Otter Valley, 6-4 in 7 innings. Lee with 9 strikeouts, I believe 5 walks, an excellent outing as far as control goes, and you can see the big hugs, everybody happy. Hey, these 2 teams will meet again up in Brandon at Otter Valley's home field. That will be a dandy. So get out there, support your student athletes, bundle up for these games, bring some kind of wind protection, and please, no matter how bad it sounded today, and look, always support Munger Vision.